What do you love most? I know you love the weather.
Yes.
So what else do you love most about Kenya?
My boyfriend.
Your boyfriend.
Yeah.
Hi good people, welcome to my YouTube channel again. It's your girl, the African Tigress. In case you're new to my channel, in case you just came across this channel, kindly subscribe, tap the bell for notifications so that you can always get notified whenever I'm posting. So today I'm joined with an amazing lady here who's going to share her experience about staying or moving to Kenya. And well, I think we should first start by introducing. So yeah.
My name is Francesca Porter, and I've lived in Kenya since 2008. I came here for a holiday in 2007. I was called a city beach safari tour, and I stayed for about 10 days. Came here, and I love Mombasa so much, and the weather. One of my lifelong dreams was to live in a hot tropical climate, and so I went back. While I was here, I fell in love with a Kenyan man, and I came back in 2008 to live.
Wow, so interesting. So how long was that trip, the first trip that you made to Kenya? How long were you in Kenya?
Okay, I came for 10 days, and I arrived in Nairobi, and then I went to Amboseli. I was in Masai Mara for 4 days. I came back to Nairobi, and then I came to Mombasa and stayed for 4 days.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So how long did it take before you came the second time?
I came back in December and stayed for about 2 or 3 weeks, and then I moved back about 2 months later in February 2008.
Mm-hmm. Wow, that was like really fast. So what was your inspiration? What was your motivation behind moving to Kenya?
I love Mombasa. I love the weather here. The climate is wonderful. I am a very cold-natured person. I've never liked cold weather my whole life, and I was just so happy to come here. Not sure why I came to Kenya versus any other country in Africa, but this is where I am, and this is where I think.
Mm-hmm. What do you love most? I know you love the weather.
Yes.
So what else do you love most about Kenya?
My boyfriend.
Your boyfriend.
Yeah. And my friends. I have met some very good friends. I find Kenyans to be very, very nice people and very good people. I also like the culture. There's some things about the African culture. I think most African Americans who live in America really do want to come visit Africa. And so I'm an adventurous person, so coming here is interesting because I get to experience something new and something different. I mean, I came 8,000 miles all by myself. Mm-hmm. on a trip. So I'm just adventurous, and when I got here, I went, wow, same blue sky. Hey, they have palm trees here like they did where I lived in California, and I find that it's very beautiful, and I'm just adventurous. I like to see different things and have different life experiences.
So when you first got to Nairobi, compared to what maybe you've been seeing on the media and all that, was it the same?
Probably. To me, Nairobi was like a small town in America. It was an urban city, so it wasn't so much of a shock for me. Of course, I was here as a tourist, so I wasn't anything less than what I expected. I had done some research before I left.
So you at least you knew what to expect.
Yes.
And why you chose Mombasa over Nairobi?
Well, first of all, because of the weather. Mm-hmm. And I've always liked living near the beach. When I was in America, I grew up in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. We used to go to Atlantic City to New Jersey to the beach during the summer, and then I moved from there to California, and I lived in Los Angeles, right outside of Santa Monica. So of course when I came here to Mombasa and I lived so close to the beach, that's one of the things that attracted me over Nairobi. Nairobi is just another big city, but in Mombasa we have the beach, and the weather is really very mild. It's always pretty much constant the whole year around. It gets hot, around Christmas time, but I love it. I love hot weather.
Okay, so how often do you go back to the U.S.?
Okay, I go back to the U.S. every 2 years. I was there last year for 5 months because I had 2 deaths in my family, and I stayed there to take care of my father, who was 94 years old.
Wow, 94.
Yes, and my sister also passed away, so I went back to my sister's burial, and then I went to visit my father. My sister lived in New Jersey, my father lived 2,000 miles away in California, so I went, okay, I'll make this my vacation while I'm here. And so I ended up staying 5 months, and I was there when my father passed away, which was really a wonderful experience for me. I was happy that I had the time to spend that time with him for his last days, and also to be with him and care for him. And then I finished my holiday, or my vacation as we call it, and came back here. I'll go back next year, and I usually stay in America about 3 or 4 months until it gets cold. Then I come back.
So you normally go during the summer?
Yes, I usually go in June. And then I usually come back in October, November, when it starts to get cold.
When it starts to get cold. What do you miss most about America when you're away?
I think what I miss, one of the things that I miss is the availability of getting the things I want. It's very simple there. You can go online and find anything. You can have it delivered to you within a day or two. Yeah. Here, sometimes it's a little bit more complicated. Shopping, I go there. The reason why I go every 2 years, because I want to save money so I can do lots of shopping. So I love shopping when I go there, because there's just more material there and more things accessible to you. I miss my family, of course, especially on holidays. Being here, holidays, Christmas and Thanksgiving and Christmas are very, very special holidays in America. Those are the time that I'm used to spending with my family, so I do really get homesick on those holidays especially. But when I go home, I fly everywhere, I visit everyone. I rent a car and I just drive with my family. I have family in California. My youngest son lives in North Carolina, which is about 1,900 miles from there. So I fly, visit. I have some friends that I've known since junior high school. I go visit everybody.
How easy was it for you to like really get integrated into the Kenyan culture and community?
Well, I think that my boyfriend really helps me a lot, because I really don't speak Swahili that well, even as long as I've been here. But he helps me kind of maneuver and get around and do things. Like when I first came here, we talked about starting a business. So we started a business together, and it was a taxi business. I could not have done that by myself, because I don't speak the language. I wouldn't know how to hire the drivers, how to communicate with them. So, he was very helpful in those things, and I still depend on him to help me translate translate a lot of things that I don't understand. Unfortunately, I haven't learned that much Swahili. I wouldn't live here if people didn't speak English. But most people that I interact with do speak enough English, so it's not really a big problem. And I think that I probably understand more Swahili than I actually will take a chance to speak.
Yeah. Which is your favorite Kenyan food?
My favorite Kenyan food? Probably I would say chapati, which is an Indian food, but it's also
Kenyan.
A Kenyan
Chapati
food.
is Kenyan.
And I also like
how we make the Kenyan chapati is different from how Indian chapati is made.
Okay, well I don't know, because I understood that it was an Indian food. I like matoke. That's one of my favorite food. The meat is a little bit different. I love all the vegetables. Probably my favorite fruit would be mangoes. Although I've eaten a lot of them. I don't eat them as much as I used to. And there's some fruits I really miss. I really miss things like cherries. I really miss peaches and nectarines. Those are some of my other favorite fruits I don't get to eat very much. They're imported from usually South Africa, and they're really not that good when they get here. They're not as good as the ones in America, but they're, but food, I just like food, so.
So what is the cost of living in Kenya? Do you find it to be expensive, or what does someone need, or how much does someone need to like really successfully move to Kenya, have a decent apartment, and
I would say from my personal experience, I would say to live comfortably, you probably would need $1,000 to $1,200 US. I think you could probably live comfortably here. I'm not saying that you can't live for less, but for me, that's how much I need, and I'm comfortable. And so I don't know because I came here with a little bit of money, and so I lived in Yali. I lived in Matrapa for a while. My apartment wasn't really that much less expensive there. But I find that housing here is a lot cheaper, and food here is a little cheaper. But some things are more expensive. The things that in America a lot of us would take for granted are expensive. For instance, appliances. They're very expensive. You're not going to get the size or the quality of appliances that, for the money that you would in America. Cars. Cars are expensive. I've lived here for 11 years. I just bought a car about 3 years ago. But there are matatus, of course, to travel on. So that's not such a big issue. But things like cars, my car, for instance, is a 2010. And I think now they're bringing in 2014, so that's considered a new car, right?
Now they're bringing in 2012.
12, yes. Wow. That's
so your car is still new. It means you bought your car, like when, Kenya, there's that 8-year policy for cars. Yes. So if you got it 3 years ago and it was a 2010 model, well, that was like a really good deal because the 2010 model were being sold in 2017, 2018. Yeah. Yes, actually 2010 model was being sold in 2017.
Really?
Yes, 2017. So you got a good deal. So your car is pretty new. So
where in America, for the money I spent for that car, you probably could buy a much newer car, or even a brand new car.
Yeah, for sure.
So cars are expensive. I need a new washing machine now, for instance. It's going to cost me $600 for a very small washing machine. We're in America for a couple $100. You could get a really, nicer washing machine.
Or maybe you should just learn to wash with your hands like they do.
No, I'm not hand washing. Do you know, I've never hand washed. My mother actually had a washing machine in the 1940s. So I've always had a washing machine. And of course I do some small hand washing, but when I came here and I got ready to wash towels and sheets, I went, I don't think so. I have to save up some money and, find a way to buy a washing machine. No.
I hear you. Yeah. So your 2 favorite things about Kenya?
My 2 favorite things? The weather.
Okay, the weather.
What else do I like about Kenya? That's it. The beach. I like living near the beach. I've lived here so long, I guess I've acclimated and adjusted to a lot of things. So it's not really that different. I like the life. There's a slower lifestyle. When I go to America, as soon as I hit the airport, it's like everything is moving faster.
That's also Nairobi. You've been to Nairobi, right?
Yes.
What I find Nairobi to be like that fast?
Yeah, but not like America.
Really?
It's like the air just vibrates faster there. You know, it's very busy, things are moving. When I go there, it actually takes me about a week to kind of, you know, get into the groove and kind of to get into the flow. It's just really a lot faster. The energy, you know, is different. And of course, Mombasa is a tourist area. It is a lot, you know, a lot slower lifestyle, a lot more relaxed, a lot more laid back.
So how do you find the people of Kenya?
Like I said, I find the people here to be very warm. They're very good people, and of course, being in Mombasa, tourism is 80% of the economy here. So the people have to be that way. They have to be very friendly, very warm, and also, you know, reach out. But I find people to be very nice and very pleasant. Most of my friends are very, very pleasant.
You have Kenyan friends?
Oh yes,
a lot.
Yes, and they're very nice people. Yeah, they're very nice people.
Interesting. Anything else you wanna add?
No, I hope that they continue to progress, continue to build the infrastructure. I would like to see them do more things and provide more assistance and help for the elderly here. Not that it impacts me quite as much, but I know, you know, a lot of elderly people I know, and they need more assistance as far as health care. And I'd like to see something done about that. Not sure about how I can go about helping them so much. I would like to help them more in that area. Improve the roads. I'd like to see the government actually provide more assistance to the citizens who need it. However, things are improving, and the time that I've been here, I can see that, you know, improvements are being made.
Yeah, for this improvement for the past.
Yes, remember, I live in a first world country, and I'm sure that they had to go through the same process and the same procedure. It's just been many, many years ago. So we're getting there, and I do see changes, and I see things improving. Oh, I'm 73 years old. And
wow. You don't look 73. What do you tell us the secret?
My secret is, first of all, I think it's the genes and the grace of God. Like I said, my dad was almost 95. If he had lived 1 month more, he would have been 95. So I think genes, the grace of God, getting plenty of sleep, don't allow things to stress you out, be happy. That's, you know, be happy, and don't take life too seriously. And that's something we learn as we get older. You know, young people sometimes, even me, I used to be very serious about a lot of things. But as I've grown older, I just learned some of these things that we worry about, you know, like all of these grudges and, you know, that we have with our family and things like that. They're really not important. Life is too short. And then the bottom line, they really don't matter that much. They really don't.
Sure.
You know, we need to learn to love each other and respect each other, appreciate other differences, which I do, you know, just take life easy and be happy. Be happy.
Well, this one is a bit personal. So you've experienced the dating experience in Kenya. So generally, how is it for you as a foreigner dating in Kenya? Like how Kenyan men generally?
Kenyan men? I don't know. I have, when I first came here, a lot of them, I know that they're attracted to me, of course, because I am an American.
Yes. And
living near Mombasa Beach, there's a lot of beach boys who are attracted to older women, because especially when we are foreigners or Mzungus, they think that we all have money. But I just informed them I did not come here to take care of anybody. I have 5 grandsons in America if I want to take care of someone. And so I've kind of learned to deal with them a lot better. They're charming, of course. Like most men are, but they're okay. They're nice. They're nice men, you know. They're just men. Men are men. So And of course I'm older, so they're not as attracted to me. When I first came here, I was like a lot smaller, probably a lot prettier. And a lot more attractive. So now they don't bother me quite as much, and they'll come to me and tell me they want to be my friend, and I'll tell them I don't need any more friends. But then after I would, talk to them sometime, because I'm an outgoing person, then the next thing I know, 2 months later, they're calling, oh, I shifted, can you send me money for this and that? And I tell them, no, I can't do that. I already have someone, but just like a men in America doesn't matter to them anyway. That's men,
So the person you met 11 years ago, you've been together since then? 11 years?
Yes.
Oh, wow, that's quite impressive. that's quite long.
Well, as the man was saying, once you find the right person, then things just seem to go better. And it's not just finding the right person. I think that I really do believe that there's somebody here in this world for everybody. And so we have to go through some things. Relationships are challenging. They're not always just like those fairy tales where you meet your Prince Charming and you ride off into the sunset and live happily ever after. That's not true. Relationships take work, and I think as you mature and become older, like I said, some of those things that you focus on and think are big issues, they're not like how you look, your appearance. You really start to look at the person's heart and the kind of person they are, and that makes a big difference.
So falling in love was one of the reasons why you chose to stay in Kenya?
Yes, I think so. And I don't know, I think that my friend Ferdinand always says there is a spiritual connection between people, and there is a spiritual connection between us. And so that just happens. Like he used to tell me when I first came here, God sent you to me, and then I would think, what do you mean God sent me to you? And so I went, I don't understand that, but he does say that. And it's true, sometimes like I'll just be thinking about him and he'll call, or he'll be thinking about me and he says, oh, I was just dialing your number to call you. So there's something spiritual about when you relate to a person and when you have a relationship with them. And like I was telling one of my younger friends, she says, you two get along so well. I hope that I find someone like you. Well, I don't know when I'm going to find that person, but I told her, when you find that person, you know it. You just know it. It just happens and you just know it. And you just have that peace within. And so, relationships are not perfect. We don't argue because he doesn't argue. I think Americans, we like to banter and argue a little more, but he doesn't argue. He kind of gets quiet, and it kind of also makes me sit back and really think a little bit too. So, but we really get along really, really well. Very well.
Interesting. So any advice for anybody who wants to move to Kenya?
From America?
Yeah, from America, or just...
I would suggest if you want to come, depending, everybody is their own person. So I think, like I have a friend, she's thinking about moving to Africa. And I told her, why don't you just come and live, here for like 3 months. Just to see, get accustomed to the culture, learn about the people, get a feel for if this is something that you really want to do. There are a lot of people who, because of their jobs or certain circumstances, they get to go different places and stay for a while. And so, make some friends. Having somebody to help you is important, because especially when you don't know the language, and even when you do know the language, I mean, we all speak English, but it's very different. British English is not the same as American English. Sometimes my first funny experience was somebody, I told them I bake cake. So I told them I was going to bake them a birthday cake, and it was a young man. And then he called me and asked me, so he told me you were going to give him a birthday party, and I went, no, I didn't. I just told him I was going to give him a birthday cake. And personally, when I do business with Kenyans, I prefer to do it in person, so that if there's any questions or any communication issues, that I have an opportunity to sort it out, as you say, and work it out. Because sometimes when you're talking over the phone, I found out that I think I'm saying one thing and it means one thing to me, but it means something different to them.
Yeah.
So, and we're all speaking English, but sometimes words mean different things to different people. So other than that, that's what I would recommend. Come here, make arrangements, come with some money. Don't come here, broke, because if you do, it's a very different lifestyle, and you need to adjust to it. The money here, even the exchange rate sometimes is also, which is something I've never totally gotten used to, but I'm kind of okay. I'm always transferring shillings to dollars and dollars back to shillings, like the washing machine. I'm going, okay, 600,000, oh, that's $600, so you need to get accustomed to all those things. And just like I said, to get to know the people, to get to know the custom, to get to know the culture, and get to know the people. So that's what I would recommend. Come here, before you totally, cut off everything. If you're going to move here, come and spend some time here, and then decide, if this is what you want to do. Because everything's different. The banking system's different. In America, you can just go open a bank account. Here, you need to be recommended by somebody. So those kind of things
Actually, I think it depends on the bank. Not all banks need recommendation, but
Barclays,
DTB, the banks that need recommendation.
Yeah, they want a letter of recommendation.
Yeah.
There's just things that you learn. Making loans sometimes can be very difficult here, even for Kenya. So you need to learn all those kinds of things, and it just takes time.
Sure, you had her right. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed the conversation with this. You're so full of life. With this amazing lady. I hope you enjoyed the video. So subscribe in case you haven't done so. Tap the bell for notifications so that you can always keep enjoying amazing videos such as this. Until next time, bye-bye.
Bye. God bless you.